I was a little tiny boy. Hey-ho, the wind and the rain. The foolish thing was but a toy. Hey-ho, the wind and the rain. When I came to man's estate. Hey-ho, the wind and the rain. Against knaves and thieves I'll shut my gate. Hey-ho, the wind and the rain. For the rain it raineth and rains. Hey-ho, the wind and the rain. Hey-ho, the wind and the rain. And when I come alas to wife. Hey-ho, the wind and the rain. By swaggering could I never thrive. Hey-ho, the wind and the rain. When I come unto my bed. Hey-ho, the wind and the rain. Toss pots till I'm drunken head. Hey-ho, the wind and the rain. For the rain it raineth every day. Hey-ho, the wind and the rain. Hey-ho, the wind and the rain. A great while ago the world begun. Hey-ho, the wind and the rain. But that's all what a song is done. Hey-ho, the wind and the rain. And we'll strive to please you every day. Hey-ho, the wind and the rain. 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 Ha ha ha! Let fame that all chase after in their lives be etched upon our everlasting tombs, and then grace us in the disgrace of death. When, in spite of greedy, devouring time, that endeavor of our present breath may buy that honor which may dull the grave's keen edge and make us gods for all eternity. Navarre shall be a wonder of the world. Our court shall be a great academy that champions a new morality. Baronne, Dumaine, Longueville, you three, my fellow scholars, have sworn a 3-year term to live with me and to keep up the bylaws recorded in this contract here. You have made your oaths, but now sign your names here, that your own hand may strike your honor down if you but violate the smallest clause. Huh? Huh? Huh?
Why not? It's only 3 years past.
Yes.
The mind will flourish as the body molds.
My loving king, I stand here full of shame, the basest, most lascivious parts, all living in philosophy.
I concur with all that has been said.
Nah.
My king, you know I have already sworn, that is to stay and study here 3 years, but let's discuss some observances here. To not see ladies in 3 whole years, which I desperately hope is not God's truth. To not eat 1 meal of every day, and though we are allowed but 1 meal a day, and to not sleep but 3 hours a night and pretend as if we are not tired at all. These are wasteful tasks, too hard to keep. Not to see ladies, to fast, to study, not to sleep.
You gave me your word to abstain from these.
Let me say no, my king, and if you please, I only swore to study with your grace and stay here in your court for 3 years' space.
You swore to that, Baronne, and to the rest.
I am deciding still. I swore in jest. The point of this study, tell me the rest.
What? To know the things we don't yet know.
Things hid and barred, you mean, from common sense?
That is study's godlike recompense.
All right, then. I will swear to study so and know the things I do not yet know. Since I will study where I'd rather eat, since where I would feast I am now forbid, or study where to meet some mistress fine, since mistresses from common sense are hid, or having sworn too hard an oath to keep, study to break it, and not break my sleep. If study's game be this, then God knows, study knows what study does not show. Swear me to this, and I'll not say no.
Are these the holes that stop pure study's flight? And turn our common sense to vain delight?
All delights are vain, but that most vain, which with all pleasures does inherit pain, as painfully as to spread open a book to seek the light of truth. Light, seeking light, makes light of the aroused. Your light grows dark, shielding your man's eye. Knowing all's just a mere pursuit of fame, and every man around can give a name.
How well he's read to reason against reading.
Proceed well to stop all good. Proceed.
He weeds the corn, yet still let's grow the weeding.
The spring is near when horny geese are breeding.
Barone is like that spiteful old Jack Frost that bites the firstborn infants of the spring.
Well, say I am. Why should proud summer boast before the birds have any cause to sing? For you, to study it is too late. Oh, come on, it's spring. Unlock the lover's gate.
Well, take your leave. Go home, Barone. You're through.
No, my king. I have sworn to stay with you.
Oh.
Sorry now for speaking out of turn. Show me the charter, show me the same, and to these strict decrees I will write my name.
How well your step back rescues you from shame.
Article 1. No woman shall come within a mile of my court. Is this what it says?
It was written 4 days ago.
Let's see the penalty. On pain of losing her tongue. Who wrote this?
That was I.
Sweet Lord, and why?
Well, to fright them all with that harsh penalty.
It's a dangerous law against humanity. Article 2. If any man speaks to a woman within 3 years, he shall endure such public shame as the rest of the court can possibly propose.
Good one.
This article, my king, you have to break.
Huh?
You yourself know the French princess comes here with urgent business to speak about what is happening with Aquitaine, her old, sick and bedridden father. Therefore, this article should be made void, or the princess's purpose here is pointless.
Oh, I forgot about her. What shall I do? We must step back from this decree. She must stay here. It's hospitality.
Hospitality will make us all look dumb. 3,000 times in this 3 years space. If I break my oath, my word shall speak for me. I lied in the name of hospitality. And so, to these strict decrees, I will sign my name. And he that breaks these laws to any degree stands naked, an object of eternal shame. These stand for you as they stand for me. And believe me, although I am so loath, I will be the last that will last keep his oath. What on earth shall we do to keep us tamed?
Well, this. Now, our court, you know, is patronized by the renowned traveler of Spain, a man with all the new world's present fashions and a vault of phrases in his brain. This child of fancy, Armado, they call. And to entertain our scholars, he will parley with tales of knights whose enemies did fall in tawny Spain, lost to the noble fray. How you delight, good men, I know not I, but I protest his words fill me with glee.
Armado is a most illustrious light, a man of fire, new words, fashion's own knight.
Costard! That clown! Oh, he will be our sport. Studying for 3 years should feel short. Yes.
Which one of you
This is he.
Signor Armador. Armador entreats you. There's trouble coming. This letter will tell you more.
Sir, that letter's about me.
A letter from the magnificent Armado.
Are you ready to hear?
To hear meekly, sir, but to laugh mockingly, or neither.
I'm sure the style will give us cause for laughter.
The matter is the maid, Jacanetta, and the manner of it is I was taken with the matter.
What manner?
Well, I was seen with her inside the manor house, sitting with her upon the manor, and taken following her into the park. Now, sir, for the manor, it is the manner for a man to speak to a woman. For the matter, about some matters.
Well, let us hear this letter.
As we would hear an oracle.
Some oracle.
Sole great deputy and heaven's second in command and sole dominator of Navarre, my soul's earth god and body's fostering patron.
Has he not a word of costard yet?
So it is.
If he says so.
Peace.
Be with me.
No words.
Of other men's secrets, that's a good one.
So it is, besieged with sable-coloured melancholy, I did commend the black oppressing humour to the most wholesome physic of thy health-giving air. And, as I am a gentleman, took myself for a walk. The time when, about the 6th hour, when men sit down to that nourishment which is called supper. So much for the time when. Now, for the ground which I mean I walked upon, it is called a park. Then for the place where I mean I did encounter that obscene and most preposterous event that draweth from my snow-white pen the black-coloured ink. It standeth in the north-north-east by east from the west corner of thy curious knotted garden. There did I see that good-for-nothing bum, that bottomless pit of life.
That me?
That unlettered, small-knowing soul.
Me?
That shallow wretch.
Not me.
Which, as I remember, was Costard.
Oh, me.
A companion and consorted, contrary to thy established proclaimed mandate and celibate command, which with, but I can barely speak what with.
With a maid.
With a child of our grandmother Eve, a female, or for thy sweet understanding, a woman. Him I, as my ever-esteemed duty pricks me on, have sent to thee to recede the need of punishment by thy sweet grace's officer, Anthony Dull, a man of good repute, carriage, bearing, and estimation.
Me?
Oh.
I am Anthony Dole.
Well, for Jaquinetta, so is the weaker vessel called, which I apprehended with the aforesaid clown. I keep the vessel of thy law's fury and shall, at the least of thy sweet notice, bring her to justice. Don Adriano de Armado.
Oh, well, that could have been better, but it was the best he could do.
Yes, the best for the worst. Come, sir, what have you to say to this?
Sir, I confess the maid.
Did you hear the proclamation?
Oh, I heard it, but I really didn't understand it.
It was proclaimed a year's imprisonment to be taken with a maid.
Oh, I wasn't taken with a maid, sir. I was taken with a lady.
Oh, well, it was proclaimed, lady.
This was no lady, neither, sir. She was a virgin.
Well, it was so varied, it was proclaimed virgin.
If it were, I deny her virginity. I was taken with a girl.
This girl will not serve your turn, sir.
This girl will serve my turn. Sir.
Sir, I will announce your sentence. You will fast a week with bran and water.
I'd rather pray a month with meat and porridge.
And Don Armado shall be your keeper. Lord Barone, see them delivered. And go we men to put into practice that which we have so strongly sworn. Ha!
Swear to God and all the saints on earth, these oaths and laws shall prove A waste of time. Come along, sir.
But I suffer for the truth, sir. For true it is. I was taken with Jacquinetta, and Jacquinetta's a true girl. Oh, there goes my luck. Until then, I sit with sorrow.
El amor es una bestia. El amor es un demonio. El amor es un hijo ángel malvado. El amor, el amor, el amor. Samson was tempted,
El amor, el amor,
Solomon seduced,
el amor, el amor,
Cupid's hard arrow,
el amor, el amor.
hit Hercules' caboose.
Caboose, caboose, el amor.
Amor es una bestia. El amor es un demonio. El amor es el único ángel malvado. El amor, el amor, el amor. El amor, el amor, el amor. What is this sign when a man's heart goes grey with a melancholy?
A great sign, sir, that he will look sad.
Why? When sadness is one and the same?
No, no, no. Oh, Lord, sir, no.
How does one part the melancholy and the sadness, tender juvenile?
By working hard, my tough senor.
Why tough, senor? Why tough, senor?
Why tender juvenile? Why tender juvenile?
I use it as the rightful number pertaining to your youth, which they call tender.
And I, tough senor, as a fitting title to your age, which we may name tough.
Ah, pretty and able.
What do you mean, sir? I pretty in my saying able, or I able in my saying pretty?
You pretty because, little.
Pretty little, because little. Wherefore able?
And therefore able because of Greek.
Are you praising me, senor?
My praise is fitting.
I will praise a fox of the same praise.
Why is a fox ingenious?
That a fox is quick.
I say you are quick with your answers. It heats my blood.
I am yours, sir.
Now do not cross me at this academy, eh?
I love to cross him.
I have vowed to study 3 years with the king.
You can do it in an hour, sir.
Impossibile, eh?
How much is 2 plus 1?
It is 1 more than 2.
Which the real people call 3.
True.
So what's to study? You made it to 3, and how easy it is to put years to the word 3 and study 3 years in 2 words.
3, a fine figure.
To prove you're a 0.
Maud, I must confess, I am in love. And that it is wrong for a soldier to be in love. I am in love with the wrong woman. I am sighing. I feel pathetic. Come for me, boy. Tell me what other men have been in love.
Hercules!
Hercules? No! It's too soft. Name more of a character and honor.
Samson! He was a man of good character, great character, for he carried the town's gates on his back like a porter, and he was in love.
Ah, well-knit Samson, strong-jointed Samson. I am better with the sword than he is at carrying gates. What is the name of Samson's love?
A woman.
Uh-huh. What type of woman?
All kinds of women.
Tell me precisely of the temperament.
Of the seawater green, sir.
Is that the right temperament for a lady?
That I have read, and the best of them too.
Indeed. Green is the color of the lovers. Is there not a ballad, Maud, of the king and the beggar?
There was once a song like that before my time, but no one knows it anymore.
I shall have it rewritten to prove the grey men before me have been in love. Maud, I'm in love with the country maid Jacqueminette, who we accosted in the park with the royal boar costard. She deserves well.
To be whipped, the whip would be a better lover than he.
See? Oh. My heart grows heavy with the love. See?
Oh, wait till this company is passed, sir.
Sir, the king requests that you must keep Costard safe, and you must let him take no delight or solace, and he must fast 3 days a week. For this damsel, I must take her to the park. She is sanctioned to serve the milkmaid. Farewell.
I feel my cheeks turning red. Maid,
Man,
I shall see you at the lodge.
that is close by.
I know exactly where it is.
Oh, how wise you are
I shall show you wonders.
with that face.
I love you.
So I've heard you say.
And so, farewell.
Bye. Come, Jacqueminette, you're away.
Villain! You shall fast for your offences before you are set free.
Well, sir, I hope that when I do it, I shall do it on a full stomach.
You shall be heavily punished. Take away this villain, lock him up.
Come, you dirty bugger, away.
Oh, let me not be pent up, sir. I will fast being loose.
No, sir, you are fast and loose. You'll go to prison. Come on.
Well, if ever I do see the merry days of desolation, which I have seen, some shall see.
What shall some see?
Nay, nothing moth but what they look upon.
I do affect the ground, which is base, where her shoe, which is baser, led by her foot, which is basest, doth tread. Love is a beast. Love is a demon. There is no evil angel but love. Yet Samson was tempted, and he was of excellent strength. Solomon seduced, and he was of excellent wit. Cupid's arrow, too hard for Hercules, therefore what odds for a Spaniard's rapier? Assist me, some spontaneous god of rhyme, for I am about to turn sonneteer. Devise wit, write pen, for I am now in full volumes, in folio.
Dribbling and bounce on a knee. When you're down on your luck and it's all going wrong, you can turn it all round just by singing this song. Diddle-dee, diddle-dee, diddle-dee-dee. Something about all the birds and the bees. Diddle-dee, diddle-dee, diddle-dee-die. Something about my fair lover and I. Crumbling the rich folk of flesh, and a fool the old king might be on his last legs. But that's all one, we can get through the pain if you follow along with me and sing this refrain. Sing me! Diddle-dee, diddle-dee, diddle-dee-dee. Something about all the birds and the bees. Diddle-dee, diddle-dee, diddle-dee-die. Something about my fair lover and I. About all the birds and the bees. Diddle-dee, diddle-dee, diddle-dee-die. Something about my fair lover and That's right. Now, madam, summon up your dearest spirits. Remember that the king your father sends you you held precious in the world's esteem, and remember to whom you're sent and what's your plea, to consult with the sole inheritor of all perfections that a man may owe, matchless Navarre, to claim no less prize than Aquitaine, a dowry for this queen.
Good Boyette, you're not ignorant to the gossip here, that this matchless Navarre has made an oath. Till painful study shall outwear 3 years, no women may approach his silent court. Therefore, to us it seems a needful course, before we enter his forbidden gates, to know his pleasure. And in that behalf, sure of your worthiness, we single you as our best moving fair good messenger. Tell him the daughter, the Princess of France, on serious business, craving quick dispatch, demands a personal conference with his grace.
Proud of employment, willingly I go.
Oh, pride is willing pride, and yours is so.
Oh, yeah.
Who are these disciples, my loving maids, that are vow fellows with this virtuous king?
Longaville is one.
Know you the man?
I met him, madam, at a marriage feast in Normandy. I saw this Longaville, a man of virtuous heart. He is esteemed, well fitted in arts, glorious in arms. Everything he touches turns to gold. The only soil to his fair virtue shine is his wit has power to cut, and whilst his will wills, none will be spared who come within his power.
Some merry mocking lord, it seems. Is it so?
They say so that most his humours know.
Such short-lived wits do wither as they grow. Tell me the rest.
The young Dumaine, a virtuous youth. All who love virtue love his virtuous heart. He is the strongest of the three.
Ooh.
Yeah, but he knows the least. That he has skill to make cruel shape kind and shape to win grace, even if he had no wit.
Another of these students at that time was there with him, if I've heard a truth. Barone, they call him. But a merrier man, just within the limit of being uncouth. I never spent an hour's talk with him. For every object that one eye catches, the other turns to a myth-moving joke. So smart and eloquent in his discourse.
God bless these ladies! Are they all in love? That everyone her own has embellished with such bedecking ornaments of praise.
Here comes Boyette.
Oh, what is, my lord?
Madam, the king had notice of your fair approach. He and his fellow scholars in oath were all addressed to meet you before I came. Indeed, here is what I have learned. He rather means to keep you in the field as one who would besiege his court than seek relaxation from his oath to let you enter his unpeopled house. Oh, here comes the king.
Fair princess, welcome to the court of Navarre. Aha.
Fair, I give you back again. And welcome, I have not yet. The roof of this court is too high to be yours, and welcome to the wide fields, too cheap to be mine.
You are welcome, madam, to my court.
I will be welcome then. Now, take me there.
Hear me, dear lady. I have sworn an oath.
Our Lady help this man, he'll break his oath.
Oh, not for the world, sweet madam, by my will.
Why, will shall break its will, and nothing else.
Your ladyship is ignorant.
Oh, my lord, let your ignorance be wise, for now his knowledge must prove ignorance. I hear your grace has sworn out housekeeping. It's deadly sin to keep that oath, my lord, and sin to break it. Please read this. The purpose of my arrival, and suddenly resolve me in my quest.
Madam, I will, if suddenly I may.
You prefer that soon I went away, for you'll prove perjured if you make me stay.
Did I not dance beneath your stockings once?
Did you not dance beneath my stockings once?
Indeed, I did.
Then how needless was it then to ask that question?
You must not be so quick.
You bore me with your
Your
questions.
tongue, it speeds too fast, you must.
Not till it leave the rider in the dust.
When did we play?
What a foolish thought.
Those are the stockings that I bought.
Watch your tongue, you've got a speed.
I'll tear mine at the very least.
Goodbye. I'm done.
Not before I'm gone.
Fair princess, your father in this letter claims to have repaid my £100,000, which my father lent to fund your father's war. To say that we have ever received such a sum from France is not all true. And still you owe 100,000 more. Until he pays, his crownless Aquitaine belongs to me, although he knows it is not worth half the sum. If your frail father would simply pay half the debt, which still remains unsatisfied, we would give up our right to Aquitaine and hold fair friendship with His Majesty. My grace with this event has been overlooked. In short, we would truly much rather have the money which my royal father lent than worthless Aquitaine, that crippled land. Dear princess, if his requests had not been so far beyond human reason, your fair self might dull keen reason's edge and lead you back to France well satisfied.
You do the king, my father, too much wrong, and wrong the reputation of your name in so refusing to confess receipt of that which has so faithfully been paid.
I do protest I never heard as much, but if you prove it, I will repay it back again or renounce Aquitaine.
We accept your word. Boyette, where is the evidence for such a sum from special officers of Charles, his father?
Satisfy me so.
So please your grace, the packet is not come, where that and other specialities are bound. Tomorrow you shall have sight of them.
It shall suffice me. At which juncture I will yield unto all liberal reasons. Meanwhile, receive this welcome at my hand, as honour without breach of oath may here uphold your majesty within my house. You may not, fair princess, come within my gates, but in this field you shall be so received, as you shall deem yourself lodged within my heart, though denied fair harbour within my house. Your own good thoughts excuse me, and farewell. Tomorrow we will visit you again.
Sweet health and fair desires go with your grace.
Your own wish I you, in every place. Yes.
Mistress, I would confide to you my own heart.
Pray you, send my regards. I would be glad to see him.
How would you heard it moan?
Is the fool sick?
Sick at the heart.
Of course. Let it bleed.
God save your life.
Oh, and yours, from long living.
I can't take what you're giving.
Sir, a word, I pray you. What lady is that same?
The heir of Alencon. Catherine's her name.
Handsome lady. Monsieur, farewell. You, a word. Who is she in the yellow?
A woman sometimes, if you see her in the light.
Whose daughter is she?
Her mother's, I have heard.
God, sir, use your words.
God, sir, be not offended. She is an heir of Falconbridge.
My anger has ended. She is a most sweet lady.
Not unlike, sir, that may be.
Who is she in the green?
Rosaline, perhaps.
And is she wedded or no?
To her will, sir, also.
You are welcome, sir.
Welcome to me, sir. Farewell to you.
At last, the Baron, the lovely low-brow lord. Not a word with him except jests.
And every jest a word.
It was well done of you to take him at his word.
Well, I was as willing to sail off as he was to board. Now, if my observations, which very rarely lie, I saw the power of his heart shining through his eye. Now, do not deceive me. The king has an infection.
With what?
With that which we lovers entitle affection.
Your reasoning?
Well, all his behaviours, they did conspire to the court of his eye, poking through with desire. His heart like a ruby with your print impressed, proud of his form, his eye pride expressed. His tongue all impatient to speak and not see, did stumble and haste for his eyesight to be. I thought all his senses were locked in his eye as jewels in crystal for some prince to buy. But, working as hard as he can on his oath, his eyes saw his eye and fell victim to growth. His face his own margin did quote such amazes that all eyes saw his eyes, enchanted with gazes. Oh, he'll give you Aquatine and all that is his, if you give him, for our sake, but one loving kiss.
Come to our pavilion, Boyette is quite mad.
What, to say that in words which has made his heart glad? Ladies, do you not hear?
No.
Well then, what do you see?
Yes, our way to be gone.
Oh, you were too harsh for me.
Sing me a song, Mark. My ears last for the music. Sounds familiar.
Do you recognize this one?
No.
My mistress' eyes are nothing like the sun.
The sun.
Coral is far more red than our lips. Red.
What you mean?
If snow be white, why then her breasts are done.
That's rude.
If heavy wires, black wires grow on her head, I have seen roses damasked red and white.
I understand.
But no such roses I see in her cheeks.
Ah, l'amor!
And in some perfume there's more delight than in the breath that from my mistress reeks. And yet by heaven I think my love is red
Medium rare.
as any she belies with false compare. Get it?
No.
And yet by heaven I think my love as rare as any she belies with false compare. Love is all you need.
Bravo! L'amor! Go, tenderness of years. Take this key and bring to me the costard they dance. Bring him here at the gallop's pace. He is to dispatch a letter to my love.
Will you win your love with your French tongue?
What you mean? Oh, you mean the French tongue?
No, not my complete master, but to jig off a tune at the tongue's end. Tippy-toe to it with your feet. Humour it with closing your eyelids, crossing your arms at your thin belly vest like a penguin with a stick, or your hands in your pocket like a man in an old painting rocking back and forth. These are suggestions. These are ideas. These will bewitch nice maids and make legends of men that most behave like this.
How you have this experience?
By observation.
Bring me the costard. The way is slow. Go.
Oh, swift as lead, sir.
Swift as lead. Your meaning is null. Is lead not a heavy metal? Is slow and dull.
No, on a senor. Or rather, senor, no.
I say lead is slow.
You are too swift, sir, to say so. Is that lead slow, which is fired from a gun?
I shoot you at costard. Go. Is a sharp youth, articulate but free of grace. My sweet heavens, I sigh in your face. Chivalry, courage, melancholy has taken your place. My herald has returned.
Wonder, master. Here's a costard with a broken shin.
Ah, some enigma, riddles. Come, explain, begin.
No eggs, no riddles, no ending, no salve in your letter, sir. Sir, Wolfsbane. A plain Wolfsbane. No ending, no ending, no salve, sir.
Ooh.
But Wolfsbane.
You do it for laughter. Pardon, your silly thought, my spleen, the heaving of my lungs to promote immediate laughter. Oh, slippery custard. I shall emancipate you.
Oh, marry me to one with French eyes. Oh, I smell some ending, some goose in this.
By my sweet soul, I am freedoming your body, setting you at liberty, eh? You are immured, captivated, bound.
True, true, and now you will be my liberator and let me loose?
I shall set you at liberty, free you of everything, and in lieu thereof impose on you nothing. But this, take this letter to the Jaquanella. There is remuneration for the best honor of my prize is to reward my dependence. Must follow.
Like the sequel, I, Monsieur Custard. Adieu.
My sweet ounce of man's flesh, my rare juvenile. Now will I look to his remuneration. Remuneration? Oh, that's the Latin word for 3 farthings, 3 farthings, remuneration. How much for this trifle? 1 penny? No, I'll give you a remuneration. Why? It carries it. Remuneration, why? It is a fairer name than French crown. I will never buy and sell without using this word.
Good man, Custard, exceedingly well met.
Pray you, sir, how much carnation ribbon may a man buy for a remuneration?
How much is the remuneration?
Well, 3 farthings.
Well, then, 3 farthings worth of silk.
Thank you, worship. Farewell.
Wait, clown. I must implore you, do one thing for me that I shall entreat.
Oh, when would you have it done, sir?
This afternoon.
Well, I will do it. Farewell.
You don't know what it is.
Oh, I shall know, sir, when I have done it.
Why, dummy, you must know first.
I will come to your worship tomorrow morning.
It must be done this afternoon. Wait, clown. It is but this. The princess comes to this park to hunt, and in her train there is a gentle lady. And when Tilton speaks sweetly, they say her name, and Rosaline, they call her. Put in her fair hand this sealed up counsel. Here is your payment. Now go.
Payment? Oh, sweet payment. Better than a remuneration. It's 11 and 12 farthings better. Most sweet payment. I will do it, sir. In print. Payment. Remuneration.
Dear God, I am in love. I, that have whipped love out of men, I, a very warden to a lover's sigh, I, that senior, junior, giant dwarf, Dan Cupid, ruler of love rhymes, lord of folded arms, the anointed emperor of sighs and moans, the king of loiterers and malcontents, the prince of stockings, the king of codpieces, oh my little heart. And I to be the corporal of his field and wave his flag like an old ringmaster. What? I love, I pray, I seek a wife. Oh, this woman that is like a wily fox, a willful wanton with a velvet brow, with 2 bright jewels stuck in her face for eyes. And yes, by heaven, one that will do the deed, although Boyette is her guard with 100 eyes. Damn it! This is a plague that will be imposed on me for my neglect of Cupid's almighty, dreadful little might. Well, I will love, pray, sue, whine and groan. Some men can't love a lady, but I am Barone.
helpless maids forlorn, stuck for days in fields of corn, while these men all stand in scorn. We'll get the horn. With arrow true and trusty bow, and sharpest eye and skill on show, we'll prove to this love what we know. We'll get the horn. We won't be helpless maids forlorn, stuck for days in fields of corn, while these men all stand in scorn. We'll get the horn. Here's no damsel in distress, we'll show that we won't be repressed, we'll to our sport and damn impress. We'll get the horn. We won't be helpless maids forlorn, stuck for days in fields of corn, while these men all stand in scorn. Let's get the horn.
Was that the king who rode his horse so high against the steep uprising of the hill?
I don't know. I don't think it was him.
Whoever he was, he showed ambitious mind. Well, ladies, today we shall be well dismissed. On Saturday we'll return to France. Then, Forester, my friend, where is the bush where we should stand and hunt the wild deer in?
Oh, near here, upon the edge of that grove. Stand here so you may make the fairest shoot.
I thank my beauty. I am fair that shoot, thereupon you call me the fairest shoot.
Oh, pardon me, madame, for I did not mean so.
What? What? First praise and again say no? Oh, short-lived bride. Not fair. You should go.
Yes, madame, fair.
No!
No!
Don't applaud me now. Where fair is not, praise cannot mend the brow. Here, my good friend, take this for telling true. Fair payment for foul words is more than due.
Nothing but fair is that which you inherit.
Say my beauty shall be saved by merit. Oh, blasphemy in words, unfit for days. A giving hand, though fair, deserves foul praise. Now, the bow. Now mercy goes to kill, and shooting well is then accounted ill. Thus will I save my credit in the shoot. Not winding, pity would not let me do it. If winding, then 'twas to show my skill, that more for praise than purpose made to kill. As I, for praise alone, now seek to spell that poor deer's blood, that my heart means no ill.
Do not curse wives hold that authority, when for praise's sake they strive to be lords over their lords.
Only for praise, and praise we may afford to any lady who can subdue a lord.
Oh, here comes the king of the common folk.
God bless you all. I ask, who is the head lady? You will know her by the others that have no heads.
Which is the greatest, the highest?
The thickest and the tallest.
The thickest and the tallest. It is so. Truth is true.
If your waist, mistress, were as slender as my wit, one of these maid's girdles for your waist should be fit. Are you not the chief woman? You are the thickest here. What's your will, sir? What's your will? I have a letter from Monsieur Barreau to one Lady Rosaline. Your letter? He's a good friend of mine. Stand aside, good messenger. Boyette, you can open.
I was bound to serve. Oh, this letter is mistook. It's not for anyone here. This is for Jack Bonetta.
We will read it. Go on, break open the neck of the wax, and everyone give ear.
By heaven, that thou art fair is most infallible. True that thou art beauteous. Truth itself that thou art lovely. Shall I command thy love? I may. Shall I enforce thy love? I could. Shall I entreat thy love? I will. What shalt thou exchange for rags? Robes? For tittles? Titles? For thyself? Me. Thus expecting thy reply, I profane thy lips on thy foot. My eyes on thy picture and thy heart on thy... Oh. heart unlike every part. Thine in the dearest design of industry, Don Adriano.
Who was it intended for? From my lord to my lady. From which lord to which lady? Oh, from my lord Baron, a good master of mine, to a lady of France that he called Rosaline. You have mistaken this letter. Come, ladies, away. Here, sweet, put up this. It'll be yours another day.
Who's the shooter? Who is the shooter?
Shall I teach you to know?
You, my continent of beauty.
Oh, why, she that bears the bow, finally put off.
My lady goes to kill deer. But if you marry, hang me by the neck if dear that ye miscarry. Finally put on.
Well then, I am the shooter.
And who is your shot?
Well, if we choose by the combs, yourself come not near.
You still wrangle with her, Boyette, and she strikes at the brow.
But she herself is... Get lower. Oh, have I hit her now?
Oh, must I jest with you in saying 'tis odd of Charlemagne that men like you might hit it?
So I may answer thee with what as old as Guinevere, that such a woman can hit it.
You cannot hit it. Hit it. Hit it. You cannot hit it.
Oh.
My good man.
Well, if I cannot. If I cannot, another can.
How great was that? How both did fit it.
A mark incredibly well shot, for both did hit it.
A mark? Do you hear that? A mark, says my lady. Well, let the mark have bucking it to aim at, if it may be.
Wide of the bow hand, indeed your hand is dark.
Indeed, he must shoot nearer or he'll never hit the mark.
Well, if my hand is out, then surely your hand is in.
Then we should get the best shot by hitting the pin.
Come, you talk greasily and your lips grow foul.
She's too hard for you at buck, sir. A challenger to Bowl.
I fear too much rubbing.
Ugh.
Good night, my good owl.
My soul, a fool, a most simple clown. Lord, how the ladies and I have put him down. Clown, down. Oh my gosh, how funny my excellent wit, when it comes so smoothly off, so obscenely as it were, so fit. Almado, on the other hand, he is most pathetical. Wit, fit, twit. Coming!
We are the scholars of Navarre. The more knowledge we gather, the humbler we are. We are the scholars of Navarre. The more knowledge we gather, the humbler we are. We are the elders of Navarre. The more knowledge we gather, the humbler we are. We are the pillars of Navarre. The more knowledge we gather, the humbler we are.
Very refined sport, truly, and done in the spirit of good conscience. The deer was, as you know, dripping in blood, ripe as the pomegranate, who now hangs like a jewel in the ear of the sky. Truly, Mistress Holofernes, I assure you 'twas a book in its prime. Lady Nathaniel, I don't believe that. Not a limp-balled rooster, 'twas a young buck. Most barbarous intimation, yet a kind of insinuation, as it were, by way of explanation, as it were, replication, or rather to show his undressed, unpolished, unpruned, untrained, unlettered, or rather unconfirmed fashion to insert again my disbelief for a buck.
God give you good moral. Good Mistress Parson, be so good as to read me this letter. It was given to me by Costard and sent to me by Don Armado.
Under pardon,
I can't
sir.
read it.
What are the contents? Or rather, as Horace puts in his, my soul, verses.
Yes, lady, and very learned.
Let me hear a staff, a stanza, a verse. Read, master.
Oh.
If love make me forsworn, how shall I swear to love? Ah, never faith could hold if not to beauty vowed. Though to myself forsworn, to you I'll faithful prove. Those thoughts to me were oaks, to you like willows bowed. These studies I will leave and makes my book your eye, where all those pleasures live that art would comprehend. If knowledge be the mark, to know you shall suffice. Well learned is that tongue, that well can you commend. All ignorant that soul that sees you without wonder, which is to me some praise that I your parts admire. Your eye Jove's lightning bears, your voice his dreadful thunder, which not to anger bent is music and sweet fire. Celestial as you are, oh pardon love this wrong, that sings heaven's praise with such an earthly tongue.
You find not the apostrophe and so miss the accent. But damsel a virgin, was this directed to you?
Yes, madam, by Monsieur Baron, one of the strange Queen's Lords.
I will overglance the superscript. To the fairest hand of the most beauteous Lady Rosaline. I will look again at the intellect of the letter, from the nomination of the party writing to the person written unto. Your ladyship's in all desired employment, Baron. Lady Nathaniel, this Baron is one of the students of the king, and here he has framed a letter unto a follower of the stranger queens, which accidentally or by way of progression has got lost. Trip and go, my sweet. Deliver this paper into the royal hands of the king. It may concern much. Do not stay for compliment. I forgive your duty. Adieu.
Good custard, go with me. God save your life.
To return to the verses. No. Did they please you, Lady Nathaniel?
Marvellous penmanship.
I do dine today at the father of a certain pupil of mine, where if before the meal it shall please you to gratify the table with a grace, I shall prove these verses to be very unlearned, neither savouring of poetry, wit, nor invention. I seek your society.
And thank you too, for society says the text is the happiness of life.
And most infallibly concludes it. Away, the gentlefolk are at their game, and we will to our recreation.
Shall I compare these to a summer's day? Thou art more lovely and more tempting. Rough shape the dawn, God's a fair. Shall I compare these to a summer's day?
Hunting deer while I am killing myself. They are pitching a toil and I toiling in a pitch that defiles, such a foul word. Oh, stop it with this sorrow, Baron. It is the fool, and I thus being in sorrow am the fool. Well proved wit. Oh, I will not love her. If I do, hang me. I will not. Oh, but for her, For her eye, I would not love her. Yes, but for 2 eyes. Well, I do nothing in the world but lie, and lie in my throat, for I do love her, and it has taught me to rhyme, and to be melancholy. And here is part of my rhyme, and here my melancholy. She has one of my sonnets already. The fool wrote it, the clown bore it, and the lady has it. What comes here? One with paper. God give him grace to grow.
Ah, good grief.
Ah, the king has been shot. Proceed, good Cupid, you have stuck him with your golden arrow under his left breast. Now I wait to hear him spill his secrets.
So sweet a kiss, the golden sun gives note to those fresh morning drops upon the rose, as your eye beams, when their fresh rays have smote the night of dew that on my cheeks down flows. Each drop but as a carriage holding thee, so must you rejoice in my awful woe, and behold the tears that swell in me. Your glory through my grief will show. Oh, if you keep your love to yourself, then keep my tears in glasses and make me weep. O Queen of Queens, how dost thou excel? No thought can think, nor tongue of mortal tell. How will she know my grief? I'll drop this paper. Sweet page, confess my folly. Mwah! Who comes hither? Longaville, and reading. Listen, ear.
Now in your likeness, one more fool appear.
Why me? I am forsworn.
Oh, he comes in like a liar wearing papers.
In love, I hope, sweet fellowship in shame.
One drunkard loves another of the name.
Am I the first to break my holy oath?
I could put him out of his misery. He is the third.
I fear these stubborn lines lack the power to move. Oh, sweet Maria, empress of my love, these numbers will I rip and tear and write in prose.
Oh, rhymes are poking out of this fellow's hose. His figure not his part.
This same shall go. Did not the heavenly rhetoric of your eye, against whom the world can't hold argument, persuade my heart to this false filthy lie? Broken vows for you deserve not punishment. A woman I swore off, but I will prove, you being a goddess, I forswore not thee. My vow was earth, yours a heavenly love. Your grace being gained cures all disgrace in me. Vows are but breath, and breath a vapor is. Then you, fair sun, upon which my earth does shine, dissolve this vapor vow. In you it is, if broke then. If broke by me, what fool is not so wise to lose an oath to win a paradise? Who will I send this by? Start company. Stay.
All hid, an old infant play. Like a demigod sits I here in the sky, and wretched fool secrets heedfully I. Oh, and it appears I have my wish. Germain transformed, 4 woodpeckers in a dish.
Oh, most divine Kate!
Oh, most noble idiot.
Oh, by humble the mortal's eye.
Oh, heaven, she's not. She's basic. There he lies.
As upright as a cedar.
Oh, stoop, I say. Her shoulder is with child.
Oh, as fair as day.
Oh, as some days, but then no sun must shine.
Oh, that I had my wish.
And I had mine.
Oh, and I mine too, good Lord!
I mine. Oh, men, is that not a good word?
She would be forgotten, but a fever. She reigns in my blood and will remembered be.
Oh, a fever in his blood. Why, then incision would let her out in saucers.
Oh.
Sweet resolution.
Once more, I shall read the oath that I have penned out.
Ah, once more I'll mark how love can wit attend.
On alack the day, love whose month is ever May, spied a bosom passing fair, playing in the wanton air. Oh, and through the velvet leaves the wind, all unseen can passage find that the lover, sick to death, wish himself the heaven's breath. Oh. But alack, my hand is sworn never to pluck you from your dawn. Oh, do not call it sin in me, for I have forsworn for thee. Oh. Thou, whom Jove would swear, but Juno were an Ethiop were, and deny himself a Jove, and turn mortal for thy love. Oh. This I shall send, and something else more plain to express my true love's fasting pain. Oh, were the king, were Rome, and Longaville were lovers too. Ill, to example ill would from my forehead wipe a lying note, for none offend, while all alike do dote.
Maine, your love is far from charity. But in love's grief desires society. You look pale, but I should blush. I know, to be overheard and taken napping so.
Ho, ho, ho! Come, sir, you blush. As your case is such. You chide at him, offending twice as much. Do you not love Maria? Longaville did not for her sake sonnet compile. I have been closely shrouded in this bush and marked you both, and both your man's eyes push. I heard your guilty words, observed your fashion, saw sighs reek from you, noted well your passion. Oh, why me, says one. Oh, Jove, the other cries. What would Barone say when that he do hear faith infringed, which such zeal did swear? How will he scorn? How will he spend his wit? How will he triumph and leap and laugh at it? Oh, for all the wealth that ever I did see, I would not have him so know so much by me. Ah.
Now step I forth to wit hypocrisy. Oh, my good liege, pardon me. Good heart, what grace do you have for reproving these worms for loving that are most in love? Oh, in your tears there is no coaches, in your eyes there is no certain princess that appears. Oh, but are you not ashamed, all three of you, to be thus much overshot? Oh. What a scene of foolery have I seen, of sighs, of groans, of sorrow, and of spleen. With what strict patience have I sat to see a king transformed into a gnat?
Go too bitter are your jests. Are we all betrayed thus by your scornful view?
Not you to me, but I, betrayed by you, I that hold it in sin to break the vow that I am so promised in. Oh. I am betrayed by keeping company of men like you. Men that are dishonest.
God save the king.
What present have you there?
Some certain treason.
Please, your grace, let this letter be read. Oh, personal questions, it's a treason, they said?
Barone, read it over. Where did you get it? And where did you find it?
From Dunar Dramado. Dunar Dramado?
What is wrong with you?
Oh, it was a toy, my liege, a toy. You need grace needs not fear it.
But it did move him to passion, therefore let's hear it.
Oh, it is Barone's writing. And here is his name.
What? You whoreson, peckerhead, you were born to do me shame.
No.
Guilty, my lord, guilty, I confess, I confess. What? That you three fools, like this fool, to make up the mess. Him, and you, my liege. And I are turtle doves.
Oh. Uh-huh.
In love.
Oh!
And therefore we deserve to die.
Now the number is even.
Yes, we are four. Will these eyesores not be gone?
Go hence, fools, away.
Oh, walk aside the true folk and let the traitors stay.
Oh, sweet lords, sweet lovers, let us embrace. We cannot change the cause of why we are born, and for that case, we must be forsworn.
What, did these torn lines show some love of thine?
Did they, you ask? Who sees not the heavenly Rosalind? Unblinking, eagle-sighted eye, their gaze upon the majesty of her brow that is not blinded by the heaven of it.
What zeal, what fury hath inspired thee now? My love, her mistress, is a gracious moon. She, an attending star, scarce seems bright.
My eyes are then no eyes, nor I Baron. Oh, but for my love, they would turn to night. Lend me the flourish of all gentle tongues. Fly, painted rhetoric, she needs it not. No. To sellers praise, as thing for sale belongs. She passes praise, then too short a praise doth blot.
By heaven, your love is black as ebony.
Is ebony like her? Oh, word divine, a wife of such wood were felicity. Show me a book, give me an oath that I may swear that beauty does beauty lack, if not her eye to look. No face is fairer than that which is black.
Oh, paradox, black is the shade of hell, and the hue of dungeons and the school of night. Beauty's crest becomes the heavens well.
Devils soon tempt, resembling angels of light. Oh, if in black my lady's brow be decked, it mourns that painting and usurping hair should ravish daughters with a false aspect. Therefore, native blood is used by artists now, and so red that would avoid this praise turns itself black to imitate her brow. Your lovers then come in rain, sir, for fear their colours should be washed away.
To good yours worth, also to tell you plain, I'll find a fairer face not washed today.
I'll prove her fair, I'll talk till doomsday here.
Oh, no devil will then fright thee so much as she.
I never knew manhood such vile stuff so dear. Oh, look, here's your love, my foot, her face.
If the side were paved with thine eye, her feet were too much dainty for such tread.
Oh, vile then, as she goes, for the street should see as she walked overhead.
But what of this? Are we not all in love?
The same, and therefore all forswore.
Why then, let's leave this chat, and, good Baron, now prove our loving lawful, and our faith not torn.
Yes, there's some flattery for this evening. Some authority on how to proceed,
Yes.
some logic or tricks to cheat the devil, some salve for perjury.
'Tis more than need.
Ooh, no.
Have it you then, affections men-at-arms. Consider what we did first swear unto. Not to see ladies, to fast, not sleep. Flat treason against our kingly states of youth. Oh, men, can you fast? Our stomachs are too young, and abstinence engenders sickly woes. Therefore, we made a vow to study, but in this study we have forsworn our books. But love, first learned in a lady's eye, lives not alone, walled up in the brain, but rushes with the strength of all the elements, as swift as thought through every sense, and gives to every sense a double sense, far above its functions and its offices. It adds a precious seeing to the eye. A lover's eye will gaze an eagle blind. A lover's ear will hear the lowest sound. as subtle as a sphinx, as bright as Apollo's lute strung with his own hair, and when love speaks, the voice of all the gods make heaven drowsy with the harmony. It is from women's eyes this doctrine I derive, for they sparkle like the Promethean fire. Therefore these women you were to forswear, these women are the books, the arts, the academies that show, contain and nourish all the world, or else none at all, nothing ever proves excellent. For wisdom's sake, a word that loves all men, or love's sake, a word that all men love, or men's sake, by who these women are women, or men's sake, by whom we men are men. Let us at once lose our oaths to find ourselves, or we keep our oaths and lose ourselves.
Ah, Saint Cupid then, and soldiers, to the field!
Advance your standards and upon them, lords.
Just now to plain dealing. We lay these word games by. Shall we resolve to woo these girls of France?
Yes, and win them too. Then let us devise some entertainment for them in their tents.
Ah, no, from the park let us conduct them thither, and every man homeward attach the hand of his fair mistress. We will with some strange pastime amuse them, for dances, songs, masks, and merry hours, for unfair love, strewing her way with flowers.
Away, away! Let no time be omitted that may by us be befitted.
Go on, go on!
Enough is as good as a feast.
I praise God for you, lady. Your reasons at dinner were sharp and sanctimonious. Pleasant without obscenity, learned without opinion, and fresh without blasphemy. I tell you what, I did converse with a companion of the king who was entitled, nominated, or called Don Adriano de Armada.
I know him as well as I know you. His humour is lofty, his discourse childish, his tongue rapid, his eye ambitious, his walk majestical, and his general behaviour vain, boastful, ridiculous. He's too odd, too picky, too spruce, too affected, too proudly travelled, if I may say.
A more singular and choice epithet. Oh, see who comes.
I see and I'm glad.
Sirrah!
Why Sirrah and not hola?
Women of Pisa, well encountered.
Most military, sir. Salutation.
They have been at a feast of great languages and stolen the scraps.
Oh, they've lived long on the spoils of others' words. I wonder why your master's not eaten you for a word. For you are not so wise in the head as to choke, thy lord. Thou art easier swallowed than thy words.
Peace. The fun begins.
Are you the educator?
Yes, yes. She teaches boys the horn. Book. What is AB spelled backwards with a horn upon his head?
Bah, child, with a horn added.
Bah, more silly sheep with a horn. Yeah, learning.
The woman of the arts. We should rise above the barbaros. Tell me, do you educate the youth at the top of the schoolhouse on the mountain?
Or mons the hill.
By your sweet pleasure, for the mountain.
I do without question.
Ladies, the king would have me congratulate the princess at her pavilion in the posteriors of this day, which the rude multitude called the afternoon.
The posterior of the day, most generous sir, is a liable, appropriate and measurable word for the afternoon.
Ladies, the king is a noble gentleman, and my familiar, I do assure you, very good friend. But what is private between us, let it pass. I do ask that you remember your courtesy. I demand that you wear your hat. For it sometimes pleased the king to rest his head upon my shoulders, and with his royal finger thus dally with my fecal hair. My mustachio, eh?
Facial.
But let that pass. He would have implored two armado, a soldier, a man of travel who has seen the world. But let the boss. He would have me present to the princess a type of performance, a skit, or show, or pageant, firework, understanding that your holy friend and yourself are good at such eruptions and such breaking out of mirth. I have acquainted you with all and crave your assistance.
Sir, you shall present before her the 9 worthies.
Well, will you find men worthy enough to present then?
Joshua, yourself, this gallant gentleman, Judas Maccabeus. The bum, because of his great limb or joint, Pompey the Great, and the page, Hercules.
Pardon, madam. Error. He is not quantity enough for the worthy stamp. He's not big as the end of his club.
Shall I have an audience? He shall present Hercules in minority. His entrances and exits shall be strangling a snake, and I will have an apology for that purpose.
An excellent device. So if any of the audience hiss, you may cry, "Well done, Hercules, now you crush the snake." That is the way to make an offence gracious, though. Few have the grace to do it.
Uh-huh. And the rest of the worthies?
I shall play 3 myself.
Thrice worthy gentlemen.
Shall I tell you a thing?
We attend.
We shall have, if this fail not, a skit. Follow. Which way?
Oh, gee!
Follow.
Go, good man Costard. You have spoken no word all this while.
Nor understood none neither.
Go on, we will employ thee.
I'll make one in a dance or so, or I'll play the drums with the worthies and let them all dance in the hay.
Most Costard, honest Costard, to our sport away.
Sweethearts, we shall be rich before we depart, if these riches come plentifully in. We'll all be bedecked with diamonds, like what I've received from the good king.
Madam, came anything else along with that?
Nothing but this. Yes, as much love in rhyme as would be crammed up on a sheet of paper. Writ on both sides the leaf, margin and all, that he was forced to seal on Cupid's name.
That was a way to make his manhood wax, for he has been 5,000 years a boy.
Yes, send him to the gloomy gallows too.
You'll never be friends with him, he killed your sister.
He made her melancholy, sad and heavy until she died. Had she been light, like you, such a merry, nimble, stirring spirit, she might have been a grandma before she died. So may you, for a light heart lives long.
What's your dark meaning, Mouse, for that light word?
A light condition in a beauty dark.
I think we need more light to find your meaning out.
You'll mar the light by taking it in snuff. Therefore I'll darkly end the argument.
Look what you do, you still do it in the dark.
So do not you, for you are a light wench.
Indeed, I weigh not you, and therefore light.
Well played, both. A set of wits well played. But Rosaline, you have a favour too. Who sent it, and what is it?
I would you knew. Nay, be witness this. Nay, I have verses too. I thank Barone. I am compared to 20,000 fairs. Oh, how he has drawn my picture in his letter.
Anything like?
Much in the letter, nothing in the praise.
But Catherine, what was sent to you from fair domain?
Madame, this glove.
Did he not send you twain?
Yes, and moreover, some 1,000 verses of a faithful lover. Vilely compiled in profound simplicity.
This and these pearls sent long of Bill to me. The letter is too long by half a mile.
I think no less. Dost thou not wish in heart the chain were longer and the letter short?
Aye, or might these hands never might part.
We are wise girls to mock our lovers so.
They are worse fools to purchase mocking so. That same Barone, I'll torture before I go. Oh, how I ensnared him within a week, how I will make him fawn and beg and seek so like for like that he would oversway his state. and that he should be my fool, and I his bait.
None are so surely caught when they are catched as wit turned fool.
The blood of youth burns not with such excess as when a scholar turns to lustful stress.
Folly in fools bears not so strong a note as foolery in the wise where the wit does dote. Since all the power thereof it does apply to prove by wit worth in simplicity.
Oh, here comes Boyette with his big grinning face.
Oh, I am stumped for laughter. Where's her grace?
Your news, Boyette?
Madam, prepare. Ladies, get ready. Woo-hoo. Encounters mounted are against your peace. Love does approach disguised, armed in arguments. Oh, you'll be surprised. Muster your wits and stand in your own defence, or hide your heads like cowards and fly hence.
St. John against St. Cupid. What are they that charge their breath against us? Say, Scout, say.
Under the cool shade of a sycamore, I thought, I'll close my eyes for half an hour, when lo, to interrupt my purpose rest, towards that tree I might behold addressed, the king and his companions. Wearily I hid inside a neighbour's thicket by, and overheard what you shall overhear, that by and by, disguised they will be here. The herald's a pretty knavish lord that well by heart has learned his sweet love word. Why with this they all laughed and clapped him on the shoulder, making the bold wag their praises bolder. One rubbed his elbow thus and grinned and swore, a better speech was never spoke before. Another with his finger and thumb cried, come all, we will do it, come what will come. The third, he capered and cried, all goes well. The fourth, he turned on the toe and down he fell. Where with that they all tumbled to the ground, with such zealous laughter so profound, that in this ridiculous spleen appears to check their folly, passion, solemn tears.
But what? Come they to visit us?
Oh, they do. And they are apparelled thus, like Muscovites, or Russians, as I guess. Their purpose is to talk and court and dance, and each one his love suit will advance unto his particular mistress, which they'll know by favours several which they did bestow. Mm-hmm.
And will they so? The lovesick shall be tasked for ladies. We will every one be masked, and not one man of them shall have the grace, despite of suit, to see a lady's face. Here, Rosaline, this favour thou shalt wear, so the king shall court thee for his dear. You take thou this, my sweet, and give me thine. So shall Baron take me for Rosaline. And change your favours too, so shall your loves, blue contrary, deceived by these fair gloves.
Come on then, wear those favours most in sight.
But in this changing, what is your intent?
The effect of my intent is to cross theirs. They do it but in mocking merriment, and mock for mock is only my intent. Their wooing speeches they shall acknowledge to once mistook, and so be mocked withal upon the next occasion that we meet, with visages displayed to talk and greet.
But shall we dance if they desire us to it?
No! To the death we will not move a foot, nor to their pen speeches render we no grace, but while it spoke, each turn away her face.
Why, that contempt will kill the speaker's heart, and mere divorce his memory from his part.
There is no such sport as sport by sport o'erthrown. To make theirs ours, and ours none but our own. So, shall we stay, mocking intended game, and they, well mocked, depart away with shame?
Oh! Be masked, quick! The villains come!
Oh, hail, the richest beauties on the earth! Beauties no richer than
rich golden thread, a holy parcel of the fairest dames that ever turned their backs to mortal views. Their eyes, women, their eyes. That ever turned their eyes to mortal views. Out of your...
True out indeed.
Out of your favours, heavenly spirit. Promise not to behold.
Once to behold you, rogue.
Once to behold with your sunbeamed eyes. With your sunbeamed eyes?
They will not answer to that epithet. You will best call it doctor-beamed eyes.
They do not mock me, and that brings me out.
Is this your performance, rogue? Away with you.
What would these strangers know their minds, boyette? If they do speak the same language, 'tis our will that some plain man recounts their purposes and know what they would.
What would you with the princess?
Nothing but peace and gentle visitation.
They want nothing but peace and gentle visitation.
Why, that they have, and bid them so be gone.
She says, you have and may be gone.
Tell her we have measured many miles to tread a measure with you on this grass.
They say they have measured many miles to tread a measure with you on this grass.
It is not so. Ask them how many inches is in 1 mile. If they have measured many, the measure then of 1 is easily told.
If to come hither you have measured miles and many miles, the princess begged to tell how many inches amount to 1 mile.
Tell her we measure in weary steps.
She hears herself.
How many weary steps of weary miles have you overgone unnumbered in the travel of 1 mile?
We number nothing that we do not spend for you. Our duty is so rich, so infinite, that we do it now without account. So, let us see the sunshine of your faces, so that we, like savages, may worship it.
Our face is but a moon, and clouded too.
Blessed are clouds to do as clouds do. Promise bright moon and these your stars to shine. Your clouds removed upon our watery eye.
Ooh, vain stranger, beg a greater matter. You now request but moonshine in the water.
Well then, in this measure, promise but 1 dance. You bid me beg? Is this my only chance?
Play music then, nay you must...
What? Hey!
No dance! That stranger like the moon!
Will you not dance? Why are you so estranged?
Well, you took the moon a fool, but now she's changed.
But she is still moon, and I am still man. Music still plays. Permit some motion to it.
Our ears permit it.
Yes, but your legs should do it.
But since you are strangers and have come here by chance, we will not be nice. Take hands. We will not dance.
Then why take hands?
Well, only to part friends. Curtsy, sweethearts. And so the measure ends.
Hey, more measure for this measure. It was nice.
We can afford no more at such a price.
Price you yourselves. What buys your company?
Your absence only.
Oh, that can never be.
Well, then cannot we be bought? And so, adieu, twice to your visors and half once to you.
Good. Come on. Good. If you deny to dance, let's have more chat.
In private, then.
I am best pleased with that.
Fair mistress, I would, one sweet word with you.
Honey and milk and sugar. There's 3.
Oh, one word in secret.
Let it not be sweet.
Oh, you stir my gall.
Gall? Better.
Therefore, meat.
Will you permit with me a word?
Name it.
Fair lady.
Say so, fair lord. Take you that for your fair lady.
Then please it you, much in private, and I'll bid at you.
Hello. Hello.
What was your visor made without a tongue?
I know the reason, fair lady. Why you ask?
Well, for your reason. Quickly, sir. How long?
You have a double tongue within your mask, and you would afford my speechless visor hair.
You have a silver tongue. Is not that dull?
Aye, dull, fair lady.
No, fair lord is dull.
Let's half the word.
I'll not be your half.
Wait, one word with you, ere I die.
Bleat softly then. The butchers hear you cry.
The tongues of mocking ladies are as keen as razor's edge invisible, cutting a smaller hair than may be seen.
Not one word more. My mate, break off, break off.
Hold right beating with pure scoff. Farewell, mad ladies. You have simple wits.
Hey!
20 Jews, my frozen Muscovites! Are these the breed of wit so wondered at?
Candles they are with your sweet breaths puffed out.
Well-liking wits they have. A gross, fat.
Oh, poverty in wit, 'tis humour's out. Will they not think you hang themselves tonight? Or ever button visors show their faces? This Kurt Barone was out of countenance quite.
They were all in lamentable cases. The king was weeping right for a good word.
Barone did swear himself out of all suit.
Dumaine was at my service and his sword. No point. Said I, my servant is straight mute.
But Lord Longueville said I came over his heart, and know you what he called me?
Ill, perhaps?
Yes, in good fit.
Go, sickness as you are.
Well, better wits have worn plain dunce's cap, but will you hear? The king is my love sworn.
And quick Barone have plighted faith to me.
And Longueville was for my service one.
And Dumaine was mine as sure as bark on a tree.
Madam, pretty mistresses give here. Immediately they again will be here in their own shapes, for it can never be that they will digest this harsh indignity.
Will they return?
Oh, they will, God knows, and leap for joy, although they are lame with blows. Therefore, change your favours, and when they repair, blow like sweet kisses in the summer air.
If they return in their own shapes to woo?
Good madam, if by me you'd be advised, let's mock them still as well known as disguise. Let us complain to them of what fools were here disguised like Muscovites in shapeless gear, and wonder what they were and to what end their shallow shows and their prologue vilely penned. And their rough carriages so ridiculous should be at our tent presented to us.
Away, ladies. The lovers are at hand.
With the way to our tents, it's those on our hand.
No, good. God save you, good sir. Where goes the princess?
She's going to her tent. Please, your grace, command me any service to her.
That she give me audience for one word.
That I will, as will she. That I know, my lord.
This courtier pecks up wit as a magpie's gold and resells his wares at markets, meetings, wakes, parties, fairs. This is the flower that smiles on everyone and shows teeth as white as whalebone, and scaling dukes that do not die in debt pay him the due of honey-tongued boyette.
Oh, a blister on his sweet tongue by my heart that put Armado's page out of his path.
See where it comes. Oh, behave you. What were you and what are you now?
All hail, sweet majesty, and fair time of day.
Fair and all hail as foul as I can see.
Ha! Construe my speeches better, if you please.
then wish me better. I give you leave.
We have come to visit you, and purpose now to lead you to our court. Permit us then.
This field shall hold me and your vow. Nor God nor I delight in lying men.
Rebuke me not for that which you provoke. The virtue of your eye must break my oath.
You nickname virtue. Vice, you should have spoke, for virtue's office never breaks men's oaths. Now, by my maiden honour, yet as pure as the unsullied lily, I protest. A world of torments I may endure, I would not yield to be your house's guest. So much I hate a breaking cause to be of heavenly oaths, vowed with integrity.
Oh, you have lived in desolation here, unseen, unvisited, much to our shame.
Not so, my lord, it is not so, I swear. We have had pastimes here in pleasant game. A mess of Russians left us as of late.
How, madam? Russians?
Aye, in truth, my lord. Trim lovers full of courtship and state.
Madam, speak true, it is not so, my lord. My lady to the manner of days in courtesy gives undeserving praise. We for indeed confronted with impure in Russian habit. I dare not call them fools, but this I think. When they are thirsty, fools would die to drink.
This jest is right to me, my gentle sweet. Your wit would make wise things foolish. When we meet with eyes best seeing, heaven's fiery eye, by light we lose light. Your capacity is of such nature that your huge store would make wise things foolish and rich things poor.
This proves you wise and rich, for in my eye...
I am a fool and full of poverty.
All the full mind.
I cannot give you less.
Which of the visors was it that you wore?
Where? What? Why? Which visors? Why demand you this?
Oh, there. Then, that visor, that superfluous case that hid the worst and showed the better face.
God, we are descried. They will mock us now downright.
Let us confess, and then we turn it into a jest.
Yes.
Amazed, my lord? Why looks your highness sad?
Oh, help, hold his brow, he'll swoon. Oh, why look so pale, Seasick, I think, coming from Muscovy.
Well, now the stars pour plagues down for perjury. Can any brazen face hold longer out? Here stand I, my lady. Dart thy skill at me. Cut me to pieces with your keen conceit. Thrust straight through my ignorance. And I will never more in Russian costume wait, nor ask you to dance. I do forswear it all. But by this fair hand, here I swear that my loving shall now be expressed in rustic yeas and honest copper nose. And to begin, so help me God, my love to you is pure, sans crack nor flaw.
Sons, I pray you.
Bear with me. I had a trick of the old rage. I apologize. I was sick. Soft, let us see, let's write. Lord, have mercy on these three. They are infected, in their hearts it lies. They have caught a plague and caught it of your eyes. They are visited, but you are not free. For the Lord's tokens I do see on me.
No, they are three that gave these tokens to us.
Our states are forfeit. Seek not to undo us.
This is not true, for how can this be true that you stand forfeit, being those that won't?
Peace, for I would not have to do with you.
Nor shall not I, if I do as I intend.
Speak for yourselves, my tongue is at an end.
Wait, teach us, sweet mistress, for our rude transgression, some fair excuse.
The fairest is confession. Were you not here, but even now disguised?
I was, madam.
And were you well advised?
Fair madam, I was.
Then, when you were here, what did you whisper in your lady's ear?
That above all the world I did respect her.
When she shall challenge this, you will reject her.
Oh, upon mine honour, no.
Peace, forbear. Your oath one stroke you force not to forswear.
Despise me when I break this oath of mine.
I will, and therefore keep it. Rosaline? Mm-hmm. What did the Russian whisper in your ear?
Madam, he did say he held me as precious eyesight and did value above this world, adding thereto, moreover, that he would wed me or else die my lover.
God give thee joy of him! The noble lord most honourably doth uphold his words.
What means this, maiden? By my life, my troth, I never gave this lady such an oath.
By heaven you did, and to confirm it plain, you gave me this. Oh, but take it, sir, again.
My faith and this, my princess I did give. I knew her by the jewel upon her sleeve.
Pardon me, sir, this jewel did she wear. And Baron, I thank him was my dear. What, will you have me or your pearl again?
Neither of either. I remit both twain. It was a trick. I see the conceit, knowing beforehand of our merry cheat, some false knight, some gossiper, some dick that does smile his age in years and knows the trick to make my lady laugh when she's disposed. They tell of our intents before, and thus we, being disclosed, followed but the sign of she. The ladies did change favours, and we, wooing the signs, followed the signs of each. And was it not you that did forestall our sport and make us thus untrue?
Oh, full merrily. These brave insults from this hot-mouthed bin run.
Peace I have done. Welcome, pure wit. You're leaving a fair fray.
Oh, Lord, sir, they would know whether the three worthies should come in or no.
Are there only three?
No, sir, but it is very fine, for every one presents three.
And 3 times thrice is 9.
Not so, sir. Under correction, sir. I hope 'tis not so. You cannot beg us, sir. I can assure you, sir, we know what we know. I hope. Sir, wait, 3 times thrice.
Is not 9?
Under correction, sir. We know what it doth amount to.
By Jove, I always took 3 3s for 9.
Oh, Lord, sir. 'Twere pity you should get your living by counting, sir.
Then what does it amount?
Oh, Lord, sir, the answers themselves will show you what it doth amount. Now, for mine own part, I am, as they say, but to perfect one man in one poor man, but beyond the great, sir.
Are you one of the worthies?
It pleased them to think me worthy of Pompey the Great. Now, for mine own part, I know not the degree of the worthy, but I am to stand for him.
Go, bid them prepare.
We will turn it finally off, sir. We will take some care.
Baron, they will shame us. Let them not approach.
We are shame-proof, my lord, and 'tis not some polity to have a show worse than the king and his company.
Oh, I say they shall not come.
No, my lord, let me overrule you now. That sport best pleases that does least know how.
That's a right description of our sport, my lord.
Anointed! I do implore so much expense of your sweet royal breath to utter brace of words.
Oh!
Does this man serve God?
Why ask you this?
He speaks not like a man of God is making.
That is all but one, my fair, sweet, honey monarch. I do protest that the schoolmaster is exceeding fantastical at too vain. So vain. But we shall leave it, as they say, to the chance of war. Aha, I do implore peace of mind on you both, sweet royal couple.
Here promises to be a very fine presentation of the 9 worthies. This man presents Hector of Troy, the bum Pompey the Great, the parish curate Alexander, Armado's page Hercules, and the pedant Judas Maccabeus. Oh, and if these 4 worthies in the first show thrive, these 4 will change habits and present the other 5.
There's 5 in the first show.
No, you are deceived. It is not so.
The pedant, the braggart, the priest, the fool, and the boy.
Oh, yes.
Travelled the whole world over and again
cannot prick out 5 such men. Oh, take each one his way.
Go! The ship has sailed. Let's hope it does not rain.
Our parts are writ, our play is set. We pray to God, we won't forget the words which will be truly spoke. For we are the Navarre Amateur Festival folk, otherwise known as NAF, with hearts so true. We present to you NAF, the wonders of the world. So sit back and watch the wonderment unfurl. So sit back and watch the wonderment unfurl.
Aye, Pompey!
You cannot be, you are not he.
Oh.
Aye, Pompey!
With weapons head on knee.
Well said, old muck, I must be friends with thee.
Aye, Pompey! Pompey, surnamed the Big?
The Great.
It is great, sir. Oh. Pompey surnamed the Great. That oft in field with sword and shield did make my foes to sweat. And travelling along this coast, I hear 'em come by chance and lay my arms before the legs of this sweet lass of France. Your ladyship would say, thanks, Pompey. I had done.
Great thanks, Great Pompey.
Tis not so much the work, but I hope I was perfect. I made a little fault in grade.
My hat to a halfpenny. Pompey will prove the best of the workers.
Where? Where?
Come on, then.
Is she lost?
When in the world I lived, I was the world's commander. By north, east, south, and west, I spread my conquering might. My armour doth declare that I am Alexander.
The North says you are not for it stands to right.
Your nose smells now in this most tender smelling night.
The conqueror is dismayed. Proceed, good Alexander.
When in the world I lived, I was the world's commander.
Most truth is right. You were so, Alexander.
Pompey the Great.
Your servant in Costa.
Take away the conqueror. Take away Alexander.
Oh, sir! You have been overthrown, Alexander the Conqueror. You will be etched out of history for this. Your lion that holds his axe sitting on a throne will be given to a bum. And he will be the 9th worthy conqueror and feared to speak. Run away for shame, Alexander!
Oh, you're too nice.
There, if it please you, a foolish, mild woman, an honest woman, look you, and soon dash. Now she is a marvellous good neighbour, Faith, and a very good bowler. But for Alexander, alas, you see how it is, a little overparted. But there are worthies are coming, will speak their mind in some other
Stand aside, good Pompey.
Great Hercules is presented by this imp, and when he was a babe, a child, a shrimp, thus he servant in his malice. But since he seemeth in minority, ergo I come with this apology, take some state in thy exit and vanish. Judas I am.
Judas Iscariot, sir. Judas I am, and dubbed Maccabee.
Judas Maccabeus Click is playing Judas.
A kissing traitor, how art thou prove Judas?
Judas I am.
Oh, the more shame for you, Judas.
Oh, you cannot be Judas, you have no face.
What is this?
A maidenhead.
The head of a hairpin.
St. George's cheek in a brooch.
The face of an old Roman coin scarce seen.
The handle of Caesar's dagger.
Aye, a carved bone face on a flask.
And next, a mask in a brooch.
And in a brooch of lead.
There, you see, we have given you faces.
You have outfaced them all.
No, we have put you in character.
You have put me out of character.
Oh, if you were a liar, we would do so.
Therefore, he is an ass. Away with you. A Jew, sweet Jude. Nay, why do you stay?
For the latter end of his name.
Ass to the Jude, give it to him. Jude, ass away.
This is not generous, not gentle, not humble.
Away from unto Judas, he grows not, he may stumble.
Alas, poor Maccabeus, how he has been baited.
Though my mocks come by me, I shall now be merry.
No, Hector was but a Trojan in respect of this.
Well, is this Hector?
I think Hector was not quite so well built.
His leg is too big for Hector's.
Aye, it's more calf, certainly.
No, he's best endowed in the small.
Oh, this cannot be Hector.
Aye, he's a god or a painter, for he makes faces.
Formidable Mars of Lancet the Almighty gave Hector a gift.
A field.
A garden.
Oh, no, it's a bush.
Pisa, the formidable Mars of Lancet the Almighty gave Hector a gift. A gentleman so brave that he would fight from the morn and unto the night, and from his pavilion, I am that flower.
That pine! That dandelion!
Signor Lang will rein your tongue, eh?
I would rather give it the rein, for it runs against Hector.
Aye, and Hector's a greyhound.
The sweet worn man is dead and rotten. Boards beat not on the bones of the buried. I shall fast forward my speech. Do employ on me the sense of hearing.
Speak, brave Hector, we are much delighted.
I do implore your majesty, sweet sleeper.
He'll also buy the foot.
Aye, he may not buy the yard.
This Hector, far so mounted Hannibal. Oh, the party is gone.
Fellow Hector, she is gone. She's 2 months on her way.
What you mean?
Faith, unless you play the honest Trojan, the poor wench is cast away, she's quick. The child brags in her belly, it's yours.
You do challenge me in this court. You shall die.
Then shall Hector be whipped for Jaquinetta that is quick by him, and hanged for Pompey that is dead by him.
Most rare Pompey!
Renowned Pompey!
Pompey, the great Pompey, surname the Huge.
Oh, look, Hector trembles.
Oh, more strife, stir them on, stir them on.
Hector shall challenge him.
By the North Pole, I shall challenge you.
I'll not fight with a stick like a northern man. I'll slash. I'll do it by the sword, I pray. Let me borrow my arms again.
I'll make room for the incensed worthies.
I'll do it in my shirt.
Master, let me take your things. Do you not see? Pompey is uncasing for the combat. What mean you? You will lose your reputation.
Gentlemen, soldiers, I cannot combat in this shot.
You may not deny the challenge that Pompey has made.
I both may and will.
And what reason have you for it?
The naked truth of it is, I have no shot. I go woolward for pennies.
True, and it was enjoyed with him in Rome for want of linen, since when I swore he wore none but a dishcloth of Jaquinettas that he wears next his heart for a favour. Just that, master!
Why are you singing?
Yes, your majesty.
Save you, madam.
He wants out our merriment.
Sorry, madam, but the news I have holds heavy in my tongue. King, father,
Dead. For my life.
so my tale is told.
Away, worthies, the scene begins to cloud.
And for my part, I breathe sweet, free breath. I have seen the wrong of the day through the hole of discretion, and shall ride myself like a soldier.
How now, your majesty?
Boyette, prepare. How will away tonight?
Not so, I beg of you. Stay.
Prepare, I say. I thank you, gracious lords, for all your fair endeavours, and entreat out for no sad soul that you permit in your rich wisdom to excuse or hide the merry sport of our contentious quips, if over boldly we have borne ourselves in the gentleness was guilty of it. Farewell, worthy lord. A heavy heart bears not a nimble tongue.
In times like these, time himself lifts up the mist of human strife, that man may see, and often at the very end decides that which long process could not arbitrate. And though the royal daughter's mourning brow will not permit smiling courtesy of love to wed her with a holy vow, yet, since love's argument has long been here, let not the cloud of sorrow shadow it. For to dutifully bewail a friend that's lost is not by so much wholesome profitable as to rejoice in friends but newly found.
I understand you not. My griefs are double.
Honest, plain words best pierce the ear of grief, and so by these fair words, understand the king. For you, ladies, we have neglected time, played foul play with our oaths. Your beauty, ladies, has much deformed us, fashioning our passions much to the opposed ends of our intent, and what in us has seemed ridiculous, much misdirect our good oaths and gravities. The heaven of the eye that looked on us suggested we may. Therefore, ladies, our love being yours, the error that love makes is likewise yours. We to ourselves prove false, and in that falsehood itself a sin, we purify ourselves and turn to grace.
We have received your letters full of love, and your favours the ambassador of love, and in our maiden council rated them at courtship. Pleasant jest and courtesy is stuffing and is lining to the time. But more devout in our respects have we not been, and therefore met your loves in their own fashion, like a merriment.
Our letters, madam, showed much more than jest.
So did our looks.
We did not quote them so.
Then, at the latest minute of an hour, grant us your loves.
Time, methinks, too short to make an everlasting promise in.
Ha.
If, for my love, though there is no such cause, ye will do aught, this shall you do for me. Your oath I will not trust, but go with speed to some forlorn and naked hermitage, remote from all the pleasures of the world. There stay until the 12 celestial signs have took their annual ring around the sun. If this austere, insociable life change not your offer made in heat of blood, but that it bear trial and last love, come challenge me. Challenge me by these words, and by this virgin palm now kissing yours. I will be yours. I, till that instant, shut my woeful self up in a mourning house, raining the tears of lamentation for the remembrance of my father's death. If this you do deny, let our hands part, neither entitled in the other's heart.
If this or more than this I do deny, to flatter up the time of my rest, the sudden hand of death come close mine eye. Hence, hermit then, my heart within your breast.
But what to me, my love? A wife?
A beard. Fair health and honesty. With threefold love, I wish you all these three.
Well, shall I say thank you, gentle wife?
No, my lord. A 12-month and a day, I'll mark no words. Smooth face viewers say, come when the king does to my lady come, and if I have much love, I'll give you some.
I shall serve you true and faithfully until then.
Swear not, lest we be forsworn again.
What says Maria?
After 12 months end, I'll trade my black gown for a faithful friend.
I will wait with patience, but the time is long.
Just like you told her so young.
Studies, my lady. Look at me, look into the window of my soul, mine eye. Impose some service on me for your love.
Oft have I heard of you, my noble Rome, before I saw you, and the world's large tongue proclaimed you for a man supplied with mocks, full of comparisons and wounding jests which you on all estates will execute that lie within the mercy of your wit. To weed this sickness from your fruitful brain, and therewithin to win me, if you please, without the which I am not to be won, you shall this 12-month term from day to day visit the speechless sick. Your task shall be to, with all the fierce endeavours of your wit, to converse with groaning wretches and turn those convalescent pains to smiles.
To move laughter in the throat of death, it cannot be done. It is impossible. Mirth cannot move a soul in agony.
Why, that's the way to choke the mocking spirit who's begot of that loose grace shallow laughter's hearers give to fools. A just prosperity lies in the ear of him that gives it, never in the tongue of him that hears it. Then, if sickly ears, deaf with the clamours of their own dear groans, will hear your idle scorns, continue then, and I shall have you with that fault withal. If they will not, throw away that spirit, and I shall find you empty of that fault, right joyful for your reformation.
12 months. Well, before what will befall, I will jest 12 months in a hospital.
Aye, sweet my lord. And so I take my leave.
Madam, let us bring you on your way.
Our wooing doth not end like an old play. Jack hath not Jill. These ladies' courtesy might as well have made our sport a comedy.
It takes a 12-month and a day, and then 'twill end.
Too long for a play.
Sweet Majesty, allow me.
Was that not Hector?
Aye, the worthy knight of Troy.
I should take your royal hand and kiss it. I am Botarn. I have vowed to Jacqueline to hold the plough of her love for 3 years. The words of rhetoric of harsh. You, this, we